All right, hello everyone. Here we are. Hole 9. I think I got sniper on. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We can go with that. I don't know what the wind's going to be. Hoping it's going to be a tailwind. I'm almost assuming that it is. So they're going to probably try to level the... Well, I guess they could try to level the playing field two different ways. They could either make it to where no guy can get to the green, or they're going to make it to where, even the guy with, Viper can get to the green. And it looks like here's the tailwind, which I'm pleased to see. I'd prefer the game, give guys the opportunity to get eagle as opposed to, have to turn this into a 3-shot hole. Well, which potentially becomes a 4. The biggest reason, I actually kind of like that strategy, the layup strategy, and, trying to really earning it. However, time-wise, yeah, the tournaments just take too long. Especially when you have to play 18 holes, it just gets too much. So, it's definitely nice to, have some shorter versions. So here you can see I'm not going to add any. Well, first off, I want to mention I'm not going to do any power. I'm even coming off of max. I'm playing essentially 1 per ring. And I'm also going to curl as well. I'm going to use my max curl here. Make sure that you don't add any extra overpower when you do this. Also keep in mind that I'm not doing any top spin whatsoever. So I'd like to get some check here and get it to stop towards the front. Typically with side wind and tour play, I'll use 1 or 2 top spin. But since this has a nice tailwind to it, I'm not going to add any whatsoever because I assume that the ball's just going to kind of have that extra momentum that it wouldn't have had otherwise. And you'll see once we get to the top of that fairway that this is going to be a very, very easy hole to play. So, second time's a charm for my opponents. Of course, I am playing a replay, so I'm assuming, they definitely probably got birdie to get to the shootout. So, that's the biggest piece of advice I can give you guys is if you make a mistake, it's better to just learn the setup today. You don't need to force the issue too much. And you can see where I'm aiming kind of towards max here. I'm probably going to go, relatively full on the power scale here. And just use about 1 backspin. Now what the backspin's going to hopefully do is give me a little bit of control. So let's see how this comes in. Oh, got a little too aggressive. So had I had perfect ball, that would have been fine. But you can see that I started to get just a little bit too aggressive. I should have brought my Malibu. I probably could have easily ran that in. I can probably still make it. But I'm not going to go to shootout. And, there's no real need for a revision there. If you want to, I wanted to do something that was a little bit more dangerous, more risky. So you could see that the way that I was playing it with all that side spin and some curl, I was getting very aggressive with my line. You can easily play it to where you can account for that great ball and just have it kind of work out. You can play it much more into the center of the green, but what I was trying to do was really trying to get it in there close for you guys to give you an idea of how to kind of get this up by the hole. And you can see my technique would have been, it would have easily came up like this. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. And another thing that you can do, you can bring something with more range. You can see my opponent had Guardian here. Definitely something you guys can do. Just going to play the edge of the cup here. Just great balled it. So tried to go for it, pick up the eagle. I'm not going to go ahead and go to shootout. It's just going to be a waste of time. But I wanted to at least kind of put together this guide so you guys could see, more or less what it's going to take. And as I mentioned, you can prepare a little bit better for that second shot, especially if you have more experienced club. The extra range of this 5 yards might not seem like a big deal, but I can back off on the power. Additionally, I can bring dead ball and whatnot, easily secure the eagle without needing to use even overpower. Will just make you that much more likely to hit perfect ball. And as I mentioned, with your ball guide and everything, you can just aim out towards the right half of the green. You don't have to get aggressive like I was with all that little slight curl and also all that full side spin and everything. So just something to think about. Good luck with your guys' rounds. Let me know how it goes, and see you guys next time.